Hi everyone, this is Sheila Smith, Paparazzi Accessories Consultant 11637, and this is a training on doing Facebook parties through an event page for a hostess. I'm going to go over what you do to set up the event page as well as how you can streamline and do a lot of things to make life a lot easier. So basically, you're going to start out at your home page. You're going to go to the More button, or wherever it might show up. Usually it's under the More button, and go down to Events, and you're going to create an event. Now, the reason you do this through your personal page is because you want to create a private event. If you look at the top of the screen, you can make it public or private. You want it to be private because this is a private party for your hostess and her guests. Okay, so you're going to name it, and usually I'm going to go with one I did recently. I did Dawn's Dazzling $5 Paparazzi Party. I'm not going to worry about a theme or uploading a picture right now. As for the location, right here on Facebook, just use that. And I'm going to set the date for next Thursday. Thursday nights are good nights for parties for me. I'm going to put 8 o'clock, usually 7, 8, 9 o'clock. You want your parties to run no more than an hour. And then for your description, you can put an end time if you choose to, or you can just leave it open. But I usually try to limit my parties to only an hour because you don't want to take up all their time. Well, what I do is I have a Word file where I have all of my information already stored. The description for my party, the messages that I'm going to send to my hostess, the messages that my hostess will send to her guests, my posts for my party, everything is already put together ahead of time so that when I schedule a party, it makes it super simple and easy. So for a description, I just simply copy this, and basically you can see the highlighted areas here. I'm just going to click here. The highlighted areas here is where I will change the information for each party. So I'm just going to copy this, and then I'm going to go back to our Create Event page, and I'm going to paste that information into the description. Now, since, again, as I said, this is a party for someone else, so this is going to be on a Thursday. It's going to be May 4th. I had already changed that before this training, but it's for Dawn instead. So, and it's party, not Warty. Okay. And actually I'm going to leave this in here just temporarily for the purposes of this training, but you want to set up a party through our back office and put the correct party link in here as well so that people can shop from your website. And then at this point, you're just going to create the private event. Once it creates the event, it's going to bring the event page up. At this point, you can add your cover photo. Now, what I do is I put the cover photo, I don't choose a theme, I upload a photo, and I personalize the cover photos. So this is actually a party. I recently did a party with Dawn, and I'm going to show you this one as an example. This is one that I did back at Christmas, and I called it Brittany's Blingin' Paparazzi Christmas Shopping Party right here on Facebook. Okay, I'm not going to leave that here. I'm going to change it, but you say I used a Christmas theme and personalized it. What I did for this is I took a picture of some jewelry and I made a blank cover so that for each party I can just go into PicMonkey, I can go into Microsoft Paint, Canva, any of those, and personalize it to whatever I want it to be. Now, what I usually put on my cover photo is the name of the party, when the party is, and her party was actually back in February, where the party is right here on Facebook and the time. And we decided on 7 to 9 just in case it went over, people would not be surprised. Okay, and this is also where you can make changes. You can also add your host here. Now, if this were setting up a real party, I would add Dawn as a co-host so that she could invite her friends. Instead, I'm going to add myself, my alter ego, and that way, as soon as my alter ego accepts the party invitation, I become a host so that I can begin inviting my friends. So basically, there you have it. You have created an event page for your party, and it is private. Now, the reason you want to have it private is because you want to make this an exclusive event for your hostess and her guests, the same as you would if you were doing a party at her home. And this will reflect in the rest of what I will be teaching you now. What I do at this point, once I have the back office party set up through the website and I have the event page set up, I've invited my hostess and made her a co-host. Then what I do is go back to my Word document, and you can do this in any way you choose. I just happen to use Microsoft Word, so I put it in a Word document. So I've created the event. I have a checklist here. I've added the hostess. I've created the back office party. And then what I do is I prefer, especially with this first call, to either call the hostess on the phone and talk with her, or if you're using Messenger on Facebook, you can send a voice message instead of just typing all of this in or copying and pasting. I prefer to send a voice message because it's important to get the point across, and you can give so much more information. Just like in this video, you can hear things in my voice that you can't hear just reading the typed words, you know? So I call or I send a voice message through Messenger, either one, and it's like, hey, Dawn, I am so excited about your Facebook party. So I have your party all set up and I've added you as a co-host so you can start inviting your friends and your guests. I wanted to go over a few things with you to help us get started. First, my goal is to help you have a fun time with your friends and get as many free pieces of jewelry as possible. We work as a team to make that happen. On Facebook, usually people just randomly invite everyone, but we do not want to do that. I want you to go through your friends list and just invite only those people that you think would really want to join the party. So no more than 50. Think of it this way. If you were inviting them to your home for an in-person party, would you invite everyone on your Facebook friends list? No, you would be more exclusive. You would invite the people that you would think really would want to come. The event is also set up on Facebook as a private event, so it's exclusively for just you and your guests. We encourage people to bring a friend when they come to a party, but just like with your invites, if your friends invite friends, make sure you tell them to not mass invite people either. Just maybe one or two friends who might really truly love getting some new jewelry. So you should have already gotten a notification for the event, but just in case you missed it, I'll send you the link so you can start inviting your friends now. And that's the end of the message. Now, you can only send a voice message through Messenger that's 1 minute long. So if you get a little wordy, like I tend to do, you might have to send a couple of voice messages. But then after you've given her this information, you send a message with a link to her party page. Now I will show you where that is just in case you're unfamiliar. I'm actually going to move my screen up here. This line across the top is your party link. If you right click, you copy, and then when you go into Messenger, you simply right click again and that same menu will come up and you paste that link into Messenger and send the message to her. Okay, so now we've got things going. We've got the event created and we have made our first communication with our hostess, And at this point, it's up to her to start inviting people. Now, if you look at the other document that I have posted on our Hostess coaching page, you will see that we do bite-sized tasks each day with our hostess. And the reason you do this is because you don't want to overwhelm her with everything all at once, first of all. Second of all, you should be in contact with your hostess regularly. I recommend not setting up the party more than a week before the actual party date. And like I said, you want to be in touch with her each day and keeping her pumped up and excited about her party coming up. Get her excited and have her get her friends excited. You want everyone excited so that, everyone's having fun and everyone's enjoying themselves at the party, and that makes people want to shop. So the next day, and again, like I said, I have notes here, and I will add this to our training page as well. But the next day, I get in touch with my hostess, and again, I do another voice message or give her a call. I usually just do voice message because I'll usually do it during the day, and most people work during the day. But hey, Sandy, I'm going to send you a message in just a few minutes that you can send out to all of your party guests. All you have to do is copy and paste the message to each one in a private message. And we do this for a couple of reasons. First of all, people respond better to personal invites. Whether you send that invite through Facebook, private messenger, if you send them a text, if you send them an email, if you call them, whatever it is, because they're personal. They make the person feel special, not like they're just part of a cattle call to yet another Facebook party with 500 other people. Second, many people don't even notice the notifications when they're invited to a party anymore because we all get so many Facebook notifications these days. And lastly, when you send this message, make sure you send it to each person individually. Do not send it to the entire group of people that you invited at once. People hate that, and they're more likely to not want to attend your party then. So make sure you send messages individually. Since you haven't invited more than 50 people, this shouldn't take more than 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, because you're just copying and pasting the personal invite that I'm going to send you right now. So feel free to reword it a bit to suit you. I'll send it right now. Now, one thing I put in red here is to smile while you're talking, because people can hear a smile and you want them to know that you're smiling and happy and excited about their party. Basically, here is the message that I send out, and I also add the event link here that I was just mentioning a minute ago. I copy and paste that here as well. Actually, I'll just paste it right here. Well, I don't want to change my document, so I would paste it in right there into the message. I would take that highlighted part out. But this message basically is generic. Hey girl, I'm having an epic Facebook party with paparazzi on next Thursday, May 4th at 7 o'clock. I hope you can make it. It's an exclusive event just for my closest circle of friends. You don't have to go anywhere. Just join the link below and be there at the specified time and have fun. I can't wait. And then you have the link. Now, all your hostess has to do is copy and paste this in a private message to each person she's invited to that party. It's as simple as that. Taking that extra step and that 10 or 15 minutes out of her day can get her a lot more sales because a lot more people are going to her party and can get her a lot more free stuff. And that's your goal. Obviously, you want to make money, you want to do sales, but your goal here too is to have a happy hostess. If you have a happy hostess, then more people will want to have parties with you. Okay, now I'm going to take that back out. The next day, I message the hostess again, and I let her know that I'll be making posts each day leading up to the party. I only make one post each day so that I don't overwhelm the people. But this is basically the message that I send to my hostess, letting her know to make sure that she looks out for my posts and that she interacts, that she comments, that she likes, that she, maybe even tags some of her friends and guests that she's invited to get them interacting. And there's a reason for doing that. You want to make sure that she is active in her own party. I know that we've all had parties before where the hostess didn't even show up. Well, if you're hostess coaching and you're doing all of these things every day leading up to the party, you should not have a party where the hostess doesn't even show up unless she had some sort of an emergency. Um, so just keep that in mind. The 5 days leading up to the party, I make a single post each day to interact with my hostess and the guests. I post fun things, not salesy things. I'll share my post that I did with my 80s theme party. Um, you want to get to know these people. The hostess knows you, but the rest of the people coming most likely don't know you. So they're going to interact with the hostess and whoever the hostess interacts with. And you want to build relationships so that you can get future sales, get them to join your sales group, get them to host parties for you, etc. So you want to build those friendships through fun posts. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go back to our event page. One of the first things that I post when I first start the event page is, let me go back and find it. It is the basic general information. And I put something here along the lines of just introducing myself and, you know, something about the jewelry. I can't wait to show it to you. I can't wait to get to know you guys better this week, etc., etc. But you want to start building those relationships, but also let them know a little bit about paparazzi. And so I post this picture to let them know just a little bit about paparazzi. And I'll usually put a link to the website or remind them of the link to the party website, party link. Um, and that's it. I don't post a bunch of stuff all throughout the week. But assuming this was an 80s party, I love doing theme parties, and the most fun parties that I have had have been 80s parties. So some of the things that I have posted have been, for example, let me see here. Da, da, da. I will. I have all the directions, the how-tos, but I'll put, something like, you know, 80s hair, the wind didn't stand a chance. And yes, that's me, my graduation high school picture. Um, Here we go. This is one of the posts that I make during the week preceding an 80s party, for example. Comment with your favorite 80s song for our party playlist. Now, for each party, I also make a playlist. I do that through Spotify or even through YouTube, but I make a playlist to post at the beginning of the party so that if they are so inclined and if their situation provides for it, they can, while we're partying together, they may as well be listening to some fun music. This was a huge hit because people went and found their favorite 80s songs, and during the party, I mean, everyone was interacting and talking about the different songs that were playing, and so it was really, really fun. So create your own graphics and make posts like this during the week leading up to the party. You may want to share one picture, giving some examples of the jewelry that you may have during the party, but don't make your posts about sales. Make it about fun and getting to know each other. And if you do have a theme, an actual theme for your party, then use that. I've done 80s themes, I've done 70s themes, I've done Back to the Future theme, I've done a wine, Thirsty Thursday wine theme, all kinds of things like that. And they're different, just lots of fun. Google it. Just Google different ideas that you could use for these parties. So at this point, the day of or the day before the party, I message this to the hostess and let her know that I'll be making a couple of reminder posts today and tomorrow to remind people about the party. You know, make sure you're here, make sure you're on time, because I have one of everything, and uh, each piece first come first serve. So if you miss something, you know, I make sure people know that, and I have her send a message out to people that have clicked that they are going, or if they've clicked maybe. I have her send this message reminding them of the party, either the day before or preferably the day of the actual party, along with the event page link. If they haven't clicked anything at all, so if they maybe missed the first message she sent, or they missed the notifications, or they forgot, then I have her send this message to those people. Okay? And again, it's just copy and paste, and it's not very much for your hostess to do, and it can make a world of difference for your party. So these are basically my notes for what I do during the party or pre-party, before the party begins. I also have, you know, specific images that I post, things like that. But I'm going to put all of this on our training website, on the Hostess Coaching page of our training website, so that you can easily see this. Now, the rest of this document is going to be in a separate video, because this video is already over 20 minutes long, but the rest of this are the posts that I make during the party. Easy peasy. I mean, if all you're doing during the party, if you already have your pictures ready, you have your posts ready, you know, all you got to do is change the name of the person for your party, and all you're doing is copying and pasting. It gives you so much more time to interact with the customers and get to know them better, and again, just make it a much more pleasant, fun, enjoyable, memorable, awesome, amazing, epic Facebook party event. And then you will book even more parties. So I will, at this point, end this training, and I will see you on the next one, where we will talk more about the posts that you will make at or during the actual Facebook party. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.